Okay, one thing I didn't go over with you when we were talking about pages is that when you choose your theme, there's probably going to be pre-existing pages that are in there that you will not want on your website. Okay, so when we look at this one, we see a shop page. You're not going to need a shop page on your educational website. So you would click on that and you would delete that. So go through the ones they have listed for you and get rid of any of those that you do not need to make it easier for your students and your parents to navigate through that. Okay, now this is my home page. Remember when we started this, this was a person of a lady doing yoga, and I've changed this, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to change that again. Okay, the way that you do that is you click on that picture up at the top, and it gives you the option to edit that background. That's what we're going to work with first. If we edit the background, it gives us a lot of different choices. We can either change that image, or if we click on this down button, it also gives us a chance to change the color. We know that a gradient is when we put like two colors together and they blend. So that's what a gradient is. Notice that there is a lightning strike by the video. That means that the video can only be used if you have the upgraded version. So I would shy away from that one. Okay, so again, if we click on color, and you want to change that color, you would just move wherever you wanted to on your page, and then you would go ahead and it would change that color for you. Very clean look. And then you would just have your text boxes up at the top. But if you do want to change that picture, so let's go back up here to image again. Remember, we're changing the image in the header up here. Be careful. I'm going to go ahead and click on replace, because when you replace that, they do allow you to upload a picture from your computer, but you need to be careful because when you're putting a picture in the header part of your website, that picture is very large. And when you choose a picture from the internet to put in, most of those pictures are 300 pixels or above. And because of that, they might only put in a portion of your picture. They may not, it might be very blurred, and it's very, very difficult to try and modify those. So I would shy away from this part on using my computer. What I would do instead is I would go ahead and I would click out of this button, and then they give you lots of options of things that you can choose. So you notice that this is the one that I picked. Maybe I want to just pick something very, very simple, something very refreshing. So if that's the one that I would want, I would go ahead and I would click select, and then that's the picture that I have. Notice that we've lost our toolbox on the side. That's because we need to click save to move on. Okay, so once we click save, it gives us the option, and now we have all of our tools again. So then maybe this would be your home page. So maybe I would just type in home in that box. And that's all we're working on today is putting our text in the headers and changing the images. That's all I need you to do. Okay, let's go down to another page. Let's pick my characterization page. Okay, and again, oops, I'm going to click back out of that. Let's do lesson plans and activities. There's our yoga lady again. So we're going to click on her again. This time we're going to replace that header and that layout. We haven't done anything on this page. So when we replace that header and layout, we're going to get a delete option. It's only going to delete on this page, and we don't have any content there right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete that. We have some different options that pop up. As we look at this and we scroll down, we have some narrow headers. We have some headers that get a little bit wider as we go. But things we need to think of, this one, if you would use this header, there is a video of the coffee shop in the background. But again, like we talked about before, you would need to upgrade to change that video to be something, a video of your own. Okay, one that I do like using because it gives you a couple of options is the one that says Go Mobile. And the reason I like the Go Mobile one, and I'm going to go ahead and save that, is because now we have an image up in our header, but I can change that image, and I don't need to worry so much anymore about the size of that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this because maybe that's a picture I want for my educational website, maybe not. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace that. Okay, This time you are able to use something from your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload a photo from my computer, and maybe I just want to use, I have a little Viking down here someplace. Let's put this little Viking. If I were to use him in the regular header, he would be way too big. Okay, and then here comes our little Viking. Okay, you have some options with your Viking. When you click on him and we scroll down, you can put him in the middle of that box. You can move him around a little bit. But if you scroll down further, you can put a caption by your little Viking. Maybe it's game weekend and you want to say go Warriors. And then you click down and now we have a caption below him. Okay, we can also, if we scroll down to that advanced box again, go to advanced, we can put some borders. Right now there's not a border on that picture. Maybe we want to put a thick border on that picture. Maybe we want to go back again and we want to change the color of that border. Maybe we want that border to be black. Now we notice how that border just went black. Click on our back button again. Okay, so it gives us some different options. So now we don't have a phone anymore. Now we have our little warrior with a caption. Okay, and then again, you can come over here and you can change your text. We said that this was our lesson plans and activities, so then that's what I would type on the top of this page would be that it would be my lesson plans. And then you can click on this box and you can change that text as well. Okay, the other thing that this Go Mobile lets you do, again, if you change that, okay, you can edit that background again. Maybe you want to change the color of that. So if you change the color of that, maybe we want to find something that's a little bit closer to our Midland blue colors. So then it's letting you change that. So it let us put a picture, it let us put a caption, it let us put a border. We were able to change text and we were able to change the color of that. Okay, so those are the things that I want you to work on. So by next Tuesday, I need you to go back to your agenda and I need to make sure that you have included all of the pages that I have given you. Okay, look carefully. I think you'll have created like 12 pages by next week. Okay, so think carefully. What are your 2 subjects that you are going to teach? What are 5 topics for each subject? You will create pages for each of those. Okay, the other thing that I need you to do for next week is once you have created all of your pages, so I'm going to go ahead, we're going to go back to pages, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back. So when you look at this, you will have a home page, you will have your parent page, and under that parent page, you're going to have a contact page. It's going to be blank. I just need the page. You're going to have a lesson plan page. You're going to have a calendar page. Okay, this is your first subject, whatever your first subject is. You're going to nest 5 topics below that subject. Then you will list your next subject and you will nest 5 topics below that subject as well. Okay, so that's what you're going to see over here. The next thing that I need you to do, make sure that you are going back. Make sure that you are changing the images on your page or changing the background on those pages and naming it to whatever it is. So this is your home page. I've changed my image. I've changed the name. Go back. I would go to my parent page. I haven't changed the image on this one yet, so you would need to click on it. You would need to decide how you wanted to change it. Are you going to edit that background here, or are you going to replace that header here? Okay, you will go to one of your topic pages. You will need to make sure that you have changed the images, changed your color if you want to change those colors. You're going to make sure that it's labeled as to whatever page this is. So this is my lesson plan page. Make sure that you change the text to that. So those are the only things that I need you to do for next week. Create your pages and then change your backgrounds and label your pages. That's all I need you to do.